All right, so my name is Lita.
Sunny, pleasure
Nice
to
to
meet
meet
you.
you. So I'm the author of Note to Self Journal. So what I like to do is I like to go around. I like to do mental health check-ins just to see where people heads at for a little bit. First question to you would be, what would you rate your mental health from a 1 through 10?
10 being the worst or 10 being the
10 is
best?
the best.
10 is the best? I'll probably say like a 7.5, 8.
Okay, that's not bad. That's
Yeah.
not low, not
It took
high.
it took a while to get there.
It did?
Yeah, it
Okay.
does. It
It
does
do.
take a while to get to like
To a good point.
yeah.
So what would you say? Why is it a 7 or an 8? Like, why is it not a solid number?
No, it was 7. My bad. I changed it to 8.
Okay, so why you change it?
Because I've been doing better. Work is stressful, but like when you start realizing if you can control it,
Mhm.
then like control it, and if you can't, just like let it be. It's one of those things where you just gotta just like let the higher power take care of it sometimes if you can't.
Oh, that was a good answer. I like that. Just to get the vibe going and see where your mental health is.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Um, I am the youngest, first generation of my family. Uh, Everybody's 35 and up, so I'm 25. I decided to drop out of school and pursue business and a career in music. I manage some artists.
Mm.
You gotta, you have to like learn as much as you can. So in the last like 7 years since I've left high school, I would say it's been like that's where like back to mental health. That's where like a lot of mental health um, balancing kind of was all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you're an immigrant, you either come here for school,
Mm-hmm.
or you come here and you work hard, open up a business, and like stick it out.
Yeah.
So for the last 7 years, honestly, I've just been just nonstop, just every day, 7 days
by
a
day,
week.
just getting it.
Yeah, just pretty much just 7 days a week since I left high school. But I would say like it took a good 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Since I've been 18, it took a good 7 years for me to like actually have control over my brain.
Yeah.
And to the point to where it's like car breaks down, screw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things where it's like late on this, screw it. You know what I mean? Got a driving ticket, screw it. Like it's one of those things where I don't
It
really.
is what it
It
is.
is what it is. Like if I can control it, I can control it, and if I can't, I can't.
So do you think it's a deal breaker if your partner does not care about their mental health?
I feel like after a certain amount of time, yeah, because okay, so it's like a lot of people say, oh, like this person makes me happy. Like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel happiness until I met this person, and like it's not supposed to really be like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to be happy, the other person's supposed to be happy. You guys like come together, like Will Smith said it, not me, but it made so much sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like you really can't depend your happiness on somebody. I live off the quote like you're born alone, die alone.
Yeah.
So it's like at the end of the day, if something was to hit the fan, you might be just you and your own four walls.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like honestly, yeah, that is a deal breaker, especially if you're like trying to make an attempt to push them to get better.
Yeah, because some people they'll treat you like a punching bag. Like
Yeah,
if they got a lot of trauma going on or they got stuff that they not processing right, they'll take it out on you.
100%.
So I feel like me personally, it is a deal breaker because I'm dealing with my own stuff.
Yeah, we all got stuff.
You know,
yeah, everybody got stuff that they're.
I will help you out to a certain extent, but I can't give you everything. I can't
Like-
give you.
It's one like like if both spouses are going through something, it takes the mature. It takes the maturity level to a different point. If you're able to be like, hey, we both got problems to fix. Let's talk it out and fix it, and let's see what we can do to like get rid of these thoughts or get rid of this feeling that you're feeling and whatnot.
Okay, yeah, I like that answer too. A lot of people don't think like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are actually like find it difficult to actually say what you just said and to actually mean it. and to even like take accountability to even say it. Like, because a lot of people, they don't even see that they are the problem in certain situations. So that's why I ask if that is a deal breaker, because they don't know that they are the problem yet.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm very honest. So it's like in the past, like even today, like if I'm not in the best state of mind because of the season or work is stressing me out or something, and it's, a girl wants to get to know me and stuff like that, I'm gonna tell her straight up like, hey, like you might not like me right now. Like I have so much stuff going on. Like I might not be who I normally am. You know?
And that's respectable too, though. I feel like a lot of guys don't do that. And then you just catch it at the wrong moment. It's like, who are you?
Start lashing out. Yeah, like you know you.
So that's good that you can do that. You actually can see that you can tell somebody that, and if they take it, they take it. If they don't know how to take it, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like I'm being honest with you. Like you might not like me right now. Like
because I believe in meeting the right person at the wrong time.
Yeah, I do too.
So that's good that you said that. Have you ever struggled with mental health?
Yeah.
And if you are comfortable, can you like give a little description of what it was?
It was because it was the highs and the lows. Like they go on for a while. You know what I mean? And they're always like on and off. So I would say probably when I moved out of state to pursue something, lost a crap ton of money pursuing it, came back here and just hit rock bottom pretty much. So it's like, to summarize it for you, that would be like that, because it's like you work so hard, you save up so much money to go and hit this plan that you've been planning on, and then you go out there and it ain't executed the way you want to execute it, and you have to come back, start all over. You're in a hole, you're in debt, etc. and etc. So it's like now you gotta reroute and replan, and you gotta get back to it. And it's
draining.
Yeah, it was messed up. It was really messed up. But I mean, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. So I mean, that's why like you gotta just depend on yourself.
I feel like a lot of times with life is like we want stuff to go according to what we planned it to go as, and I feel like it's always a blessing in disguise when it don't go as planned. So even though like you sit there and I don't know if you blamed yourself for it not going a certain way or you blamed other people. However, the thing went
all on me. Yeah, it was all on me because I didn't know what I was getting into, but I was hard-headed and I wanted to go. I wasn't gonna live my life not giving myself, I wasn't gonna live my life knowing that I didn't try.
Yeah.
I'd rather go try, eat shit, fall, than to not try and to be like one of them people that say, I wish I was able to do this, or I wish I was able to do that.
At least you can say that you
I actually tried. Fell flat on my face, but I tried. If I go back now, I know it'll be 10 times different. I'll be more, because I was younger.
Yeah.
You learn every day. You're never gonna stop.
Well, I'm happy you was actually like brave enough to go out and do something that you wasn't comfortable with doing in the first place. Like you probably doubted it before going out there, or you probably, was scared.
I was.
You was ready to go. You was brave enough to come back, and you hit rock bottom. You was brave enough to go through it and feel your emotions with that, and still have a good spirit. Just talking to you now, I feel like you are a good person.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I would hope.
That just takes me into my next question. So, when do you know that your mental health is decreasing?
I know I start going through it if I start going on long cruises.
Driving?
Yeah, because that's what I used to do when I would go through it. Is just go drive, just for like 2-3 hours. Just go drive, play some music, be in my own car by myself.
That's a coping mechanism, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a coping mechanism.
But you can also tell that's when you're not right.
Yeah, that's when like I need to be somewhere small where there's nobody around me, to where like I can just be in my own thoughts, play some good music.
So your car is your confined space.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because it's like in your car, no one can bother you other than the people on the road. So it's like you have to focus. You don't really have time to like sit. There'll be some tears shed for sure, but it is what it is at the end of the day. You have to, when you get to the point to where you trust him up there, Broken relationship, it was supposed to happen. Friend passed away, God needed.
Mm-hmm.
Business failed, you had to learn. Like, things happen for a reason. Everything has its reason.
You could, if you could think about it right now, if you could go back and forgive anybody, who would it be?
My dad.
Your dad. A lot of people bring a parent up when I ask that question.
Yeah.
Why do you think you have to forgive your parent? Without going in full detail.
For my specific reason, my dad was never there, so I always held a grudge against him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you get to age where you realize people are who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's who I would forgive. I mean, it still isn't like patched up, but like still like I would forgive him if I had to go back.
And that's when I feel like that's when you see the most growth, is when you can sit there and say that you can forgive somebody that you don't really want to.
Right.
And it's not even because you don't want to think about it no more, it's because you got to grow. And if you're holding a grudge, you're not growing. And that's like the biggest lesson you learn in life, is just to forgive people even when you don't want to. And that don't mean you have to forgive them and be hoo-ha-ha with them no more. You just have to forgive them enough to not let that deter from anything else in life. Because if you keep holding on to these grudges, you're not going to grow. You're not going to go and elevate nowhere else. God is not going to bless you because you're not doing the one thing that he sent to
100%.
do for us.
100%.
So I appreciate that answer, your vulnerability with it. And I got one more question for you.
Ask away.
Do you journal?
Yeah.
You really do?
Yeah, I have my own notes and stuff, yeah.
Okay, so how, and which way do you journal? Do you journal with just like free writing? Do
you ever watched Rev Run?
Yeah.
So remember at the end of the night how the dad would sit.
So you be in the tub?
Not literally in the tub, but no, not literally in the tub, but that was one of my favorite shows growing up. So like I would, at the end of the night, I would go in my notes, talk about my day, talk about what pissed me off that day, or like what bugged me that day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's great. I like that. I don't get the answer yes when I ask the people journal. I feel like with
music,
people is
so it's like writing is important.
Yeah.
Yeah, writing is important. Like jot down thoughts, you jot down whatever it is.
So that question, I'm gonna show you my journal that I made. So a little bit about me, because I feel like you told me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah.
I went to school in 2019, and my ex-boyfriend died July 2019. So I only had a month. Thank you. I only had a month to get into school, and it was just like I'm grieving right now. Like I don't want to. So when I got to school, this was the main school I wanted to go to. The only one I applied to. I was so happy because I got a full ride to school. You know, I did everything that I felt like I had to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was robbed of my joy from it because I was there grieving, and I wasn't grieving right. I was going to frat parties. I was doing all types of stuff that I wasn't supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Especially freshman year.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Like when you're in the grieving phase, usually that's how it always goes.
Mm-hmm. It's just blurred. Like you don't really care too much about nobody else. So I didn't have nobody to talk to because none of my friends at the time went to Oakland with me. So I'm there by myself having to find new friends, and I didn't want to talk to them because they didn't understand none of my pain, and I didn't want the feeling of judgment coming back from me, because once I told them, well, yeah, he died because he got murdered at a graduation party.
My best friend died. My first friend. From when I ever came here, my first friend passed away, shot himself on accident. He had the gun to his head on the fet. Like, you know what I mean? And it was just an accident. So it's like anybody that hears about it, they're going to judge the crap out of him. And like, you know what I mean? But
but we never know what he was going through and what triggered him to even want to get to that point. Because that, you said by accident, so it's probably like, there's so many questions when it come back up to it. Like, all right, an accident, so that means that just he snapped back and was like, I can't do it. But he was still right at that moment. So I send condolences to you because I know how hard it is, because you don't have the answers. And you don't know what you could have did, and it's really bad to just keep thinking about it. But that just goes to show, it goes to say, like, I just had to give myself my own outlet, and I chose journaling. So when I think I was in my second month, I went to the office to go drop out, and I signed all my paperwork, and I was just like, I can't be in school right now. Like, I don't want to. I'm not focused. My grades are shit. Like, I'm not Melita right now. I'm somebody completely else. And the person that was in there, his name is Jesse. He told me I can't drop out. Like, he just ripped up my papers in my face and was like, why are you, like, no. So I thank him every time I go on campus, and I just tell him, like, thank you for, like, giving me the opportunities to really keep going, because one, it was paid for, all of it, and obviously I had something else to do. Like it was a calling to just stay in school.
Yeah.
And I thank him all the time because I was at that mark to where I could have crashed out real bad.
Yeah.
So I was journaling. I didn't know how to journal correctively, whatever. So I was just jotting down anything. I'd just be like, okay, I hate today. So then when I graduated from school, I looked back at my journal and it was crinkled up pages. It was pages with teardrops. And it was just like, you would just see growth when you journal. And I like that a lot. And it's just the power of journaling is amazing to me.
It is.
So I'm going to let you look through the journal, let you feel of it. The journal is yellow. I wear yellow because his favorite color was yellow. So it's like a tribute to him.
You're keeping him alive. You're keeping him close to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard.
So I give you coping skills in the journal. I give you coloring pages because I mentioned I work at a psych ward too, and all they do in there is color and journal. So why not give you a whole book where you got everything in one? You got a calendar in there. You got ways to build healthy habits. If you're doing the bad coping skills, I give you reasons why you should. I'm basically yelling at you. So I just want to come back and give people what they need to hear. And a lot of people don't get reassurance of their mental health either. So I feel like this journal is all of it in one.
This is fire.
Thank you.
Where'd it go? Here it is. Man, this is fire. Because like someone like me that's like for a person like me who like never had it figured out, sometimes there's days where I don't get nothing figured out. This is something I would turn to right away. That's why I go to my notes like, yeah, this is hard.
Thank
you. You sell these?
Yeah, I'm on Amazon. I'm in person.
That's fire. That's fire. That's sick. I like all the quotes at the top of the page. That's fire. This is fire. Get one of these. I need one.
Okay.
Need one, for sure.
I got more in my bag. I'll get you
cool.
one. But that's all of my questions. I appreciate you for being vulnerable and listening and just like showing people how important mental health really is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But question, how are you?
Why y'all keep doing this?
Guys, I mean, you asked me, I have to ask you.
Right now, I give myself a high 6 mentally. You said why? Only because the last few months I've been dealing with my own stuff. Just trying to forgive myself and forgive other people, and I'm trying to get closer to God at the same time. So the more I keep trying to get closer to Him, the more I get angry at Him. And I hate to say that, but I get angry at Him because the stuff that I would see is not happening to me right now. So I'm trying to rush it and I can't rush it. So I'm trying to be patient with myself with this whole process while asking people their mental health. So I'm kind of like letting people trauma dump on me while I'm not there yet. But I feel like
That's one thing, yeah, when you, especially in your field, like you're always, you're so used to being there for other people.
Mm-hmm. And I had a girl spit on me last night at work, so.
Oh, beat her ass. Oh, carry camera off, camera off. Beat that bitch out. Grab the chair. I swear to God, let somebody spit on me.
But no, I mean, I'm a very strong person, so I don't let anything linger on the next day too much. So that's why I give myself a high 6 because I'm still working on myself. So me with my journal and asking other people, it really helped me out.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You have something sick going. So just, you need to feed yourself some positive words and just put people that are like-minded by you. A group of people that like all have the same type of mentality or the same type of struggle or the same type of goals. You know, you guys, you bond different. You guys are like a flock of birds, just like in a diamond shape. You know what I mean? So it's like, I give you like, how old are you?
22.
22.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's not that many years between you and I, but like, you know, I feel some of your pain. You know what I mean? I feel it, and I understand it. And even there's days I still get today to where it's like, I want to bang my head through probably a door or two. That's just how it is. You kind of, like you said, you got to find something that calms that nerves down. And then like the questions that you don't have answers to, they will get answered eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's like back to like my father. Like I had so many questions on like him being him and like why it played out the way it did. But when I met him, they got answered. You know what I mean? I realized,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you can't force somebody to be who you want them. You know what I mean? Everyone's gonna be their own person, and their faith is their faith, and what's written for them is written for them, and what's written for you is written for you. So at the end of the day, you keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be at a time like you just keep putting people by you that make you feel good and tell you that you're doing a good job and promote you and celebrate you. That's the type of people I like to be around, and that's why like it helps me. It really does.
That's real. Yep.
So that's like keep doing what you're doing. Honestly, like kudos to you. Like I said, condolences to like what you do. So
Thank you.
honestly, anytime you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm always up here.
All right, cool.
And then you pull up in the house, do another shoot.
I mean, my mind.